Hi guys, this video really is sort of intended to give myself a bit of motivation really for the new year that's like a month away. I don't know about any of the rest of you, but I certainly suffer from a distinct lack of self-motivation sometimes, and recently that's been quite seriously the case. There's quite a few projects that I've noticed that there's this backlog that's just building up, and I'm sort of not on top of it at all. I'm not on top of my game, and there's a lot of things that are just being left on the desk and I'm not doing anything about it. So this video really is just I'm going to talk a little bit about the projects that I've left behind that are now just gathering dust on the desk, and a couple of new projects that have come up that have sort of inspired me to do this, because these new projects are coming up and I'm realizing that there's still all this stuff that I haven't done that I'd like to do. It's not that it's not like a job that I feel like I have to do and I'm sort of getting overwhelmed by it. It's projects that I was really inspired to start before, and things that I thought I had some really good ideas for and I was really motivated for it, and things happen and the motivation's just been sort of sucked out of me. So there's a few projects that I want to really get back into, to sort of get fired up about those, and some of it is just little things like finishing off, and then painting obviously is a big deal as well. So to get right into it, I suppose the first thing I'll mention, because it's the thing that I've sort of done something with the most recently, is what was going to be my entry into Soldering 1001's Adeptus Mechanicus project. Obviously I finished the build. I have recently managed to get the base coats done on it, so all that's left to do now is get back to the model, put the details on it, get some highlights going, washes, whatever, get that piece finished, and then there'll be a video for that that gets put up. But that, I think, is what I'll probably end up getting finished first, so that'll probably be the first video that comes up. But yeah, that was one of the competitions that it inspired me. It got me thinking. It got me to put my creative hat on, rooting through the bits box, creating something that was really good. And I just didn't get it finished. The other things got in the way, didn't get it finished in time, and missed out on taking part in that competition. Another competition you guys might remember is Chains ran a competition a few months ago now, I think, where the prizes were I believe it was t-shirts that he'd collected over the years, and the diorama piece that I did for that, I never even finished building it. I'm really disappointed in myself, because it's, like I say, it's just sat on my desk collecting dust, and I haven't revisited it. I haven't gone back to it and been fired up about it again, and all it needs is a little bit of green stuff work and the trees finishing off, and then it'll be ready for painting. And that's another thing that I really want to get finished. It's not a project that I've given up on, it's just something that's kind of fallen by the wayside. So yeah, that's something else that I want to be going back to. And because it involves green stuff work, I'll probably use that to break up some of the painting for what will be my entry into the big winter competition that Tube BKG, Manius Augustus Calgar and Tempos Crusade 01 are hosting, running. But yeah, the plan for that, it's evolved slightly from what it was originally. But you guys will see that. I'll be doing sort of videos updating on the progress and things of that as it goes along. I managed to get hold of a Hydra flak tank kit from Forge World. Unfortunately, it's the last thing that I'm going to be able to purchase for the hobby for quite some time, so I'm just going to be working on making use of what I've got, sourcing things from elsewhere, you know, the usual kind of sources. But yeah, my project for that competition will be a hydro flak tank, and I think it's going to be entered into the vehicle. Yeah, it's not converted enough to be a conversion. It's being entered into the vehicle sort of category. But yeah, it's something that I'm really going to try and push the boat out on. I'm going to try some things that I haven't tried before. Obviously, I don't have a lot of vehicles in my guard army, so I'm not that experienced painting a vehicle. But what I'm planning on doing is sort of, the plan is to treat each sort of little piece of the vehicle as if it's like a man-sized miniature, you know. So I'll be paying real attention to it, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out yet. It could possibly end up looking maybe a little bit cartoony, but my intention is to make it really striking, make it really stand out, and spend a lot of time on it, and yeah, hopefully it's going to turn out really well. And again, you know, I'm just trying to get myself fired up for this. You know, the inspiration's there. You know, these guys are running these competitions, and you know, I'm just trying to get myself fired up and get myself sort of back into the hobby, because it's sort of taken a bit of a back seat recently. Another project that wasn't anything to do with the competition, but I converted 5 Space Marine Scout bikes into guard bikes for my Katachans, and I noticed the other day that I've still only painted 1 of them, so there's another 4 that need painting, and again, that's something that I hope to be able to put videos up of, the process of going through the painting of those, rather than just you know, putting up a quick display, a quick showcase of the finished products, because I think that's partly maybe where I might be able to draw a bit of inspiration and sort of keep hold of that sort of motivation, is if I sort of log my progress a bit more, rather than just, you know, starting a project and then putting a video up at the end as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But those are the main projects that I've got sort of coming up now. Is the big winter competition. I want to finish off the entry that I was going to put into Chains competition. There's the 4 Space Marine Scout bike conversions and the paint job on the Adeptus Mechanicus piece. After that, I've got where are they? Yeah. I've got all of the Skaven from the Isle of Blood box set to paint as well. But a lot of this hobby for me is, because I don't get the opportunity to play very often, a lot of the hobby, a big part of it, is the modelling as well as the painting. And at the minute, I'm looking around and I'm seeing a lot of figures that I've built that haven't been painted. So I'm going to be doing a lot of painting and not a lot of modelling, which should be good. You know, I'm not the best painter in the world, and I could do with the practice. And I think if I can really knuckle down, if I can sort of get some, you know, push myself into it, just to give myself a bit of a, you know, to get the ball rolling, so to speak, I think I might actually be able to make some real improvements in my painting as well, which would be good, you know, because at the minute I forget the name of the guy now off the top of my head, but there was recently a speed painting contest, and it took me 11 minutes. AG Productions, I think it was, speed painting contest, and I had 11 minutes or 12 minutes to paint a mini speed painting, and I didn't even get the base coats down. So yeah, speed painting is really not my thing, and I'm not going to try and make it my thing either. You know, I don't. I like each miniature to look as good as I can make it, you know, and I'm not a fan of speed painting, but I would like to improve my painting and get to a point where I can be happy with the result, but not have to spend ages on it as well, because I think that's something that sort of sucked a bit of motivation out of me as well, is that, you know, there's all this time being put into painting and there's not much coming out of it. So yeah, I just want to improve slightly on that so I can get good results but a bit quicker. So yeah, painting all the scathing should achieve that. But yeah, what I'm going to focus on first is I really don't want to get burnt out on this entry for the big winter competition. So I think what I'm going to do is finish off the Adeptus Mechanicus mini, then just really focus on this vehicle for the big winter competition. Focus on that, sort of for the festive season, I suppose, and then in the new year, that's when I'm going to really start knuckling down on the painting, I think, and getting all the minis painted and cut down on the amount of grey that's on my display table. It's a little bit depressing. But yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, I've got some Illyrian riders or reavers, or from the Art of Blood box set, the elves, the mounted elves. Of course, there's the World War II diorama as well. I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but I was planning on doing a diorama with a Sherman tank and a Pak 40 gun, 1/72 scale, and that hasn't even got off the ground. You know, the minis are still on my desk. The board, I found the board that's perfect for it. But yeah, I guess again just a motivational thing, and you know, I need to give myself a bit of a kick up the backside and get back into it, because I know when my head's in the game, I know that I can achieve some really great results, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. And fingers crossed, you know, this video is going to be the start of the start. Yeah. So fingers crossed, there's going to be quite a few more videos coming out fairly soon. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.